Alright guys, so we've already made it to the front. Little trick there, if you ever get a lug nut stuck in it or any nut stuck in it, jam the impact back. So it does that click, it'll pop it always out. Little trick of the trade there. See? I don't want to lose none of these. Helps if you can put your hand on it. Alright, there we go. There we go. And that rotor looks beautiful. These rotors in the front look brand new. Right there, super thick. Minimum thickness, 32 millimeter. What was that? Sorry, I got my son in the car and I didn't want him to make sure I know what's happening. Alright. Alright, let's get straight to it. Let's do this quick and get out of here. Whoa. Oh, dang it. 14 mil or something. Well, it always helps if you grab your sockets and bring them with you. I didn't bring them over with me. And the front and the backs aren't the same, I know better. Excuse me. There we go, that one's free. We'll bust this one free now. God willing to let me get it on there. Oh wow. It's one of these situations where you can't get the head on it because you got a deep socket. And I gotta go back. And I usually don't get to use this gear wrench set. It's actually a really nice wrench. So that's kind of nice. Alright, I guess we'll give her a shot. Hopefully I can get this off without being a sad day. I'll blow up. There we go. Oh my God. There we go. Stupid plate. Alright, we got one bolt right here. Just got right up on it this time. Alright, so we got one bolt. I'm gonna get the second bolt off. Alright, that's 2 bolt. Alright, let's look at this carefully and see which way is going to be the least amount of headache here. Well, he's still got good padding at least. We're going to have to let him know about that one side. No, that's not what he's going to want to hear, but it's, can't not tell him that he's got to fix it. Do the right thing, boys. I'm gonna get this caliper off. Pry bar. There we go. Start wiggling it from the bottom. There we go. We got dual pistons in the front. We're kind of laid up by this dust shield softly. We'll get our brake pad from this side. Slide it out. These, as you can tell, are shot. There's a little life, but nothing compared to what these new ones are. And if you can do all four, you do all four. You don't just spend, you know, $15 for the rear. These aren't expensive ones as it is. It's 40 bucks for the set for the whole car. So if you guys look here, I'll show you guys the difference. I mean, that's your difference there. So heck of a lot different. Those were literally on their way out. Already got a lot of stress cracking in it. Discoloration a little bit. It's been getting hot. It does a lot of tone. Ain't too surprised. So we'll take our wonderful brake pad here, and I guess we can slide the one in now. It don't make a difference. I wish it would have came with the new clips and stuff, but it didn't. So that part is what it is. Pull that one out. That one is, wow. I mean, we got really close on that one. Put the other one in. I've seen them worse though. I've seen them eat the whole rotor to paper. Like paper thin, bro. I don't even know how they were still driving that. I've seen them horrible. Slide that up in there. I've seen them literally blow out the sides, to be honest with you too. Here's our decompression tool. Now on a dual piston setup, it's a little bit different. Let me get you guys up on this caliper so you guys can get a really good idea of what's going on here. Might bring you out just a hair bit. Can you see that? Looks like you guys can kind of see that. There we go. So on a dual caliper system, setup, whatever you want to say, we'll take our fancy dancy tool, get it really close. We'll put it on one side of the piston like that, and we start cranking it. Someone said there's a 17 millimeter underneath this, so if you really want to do super fast, take your impact or socket and wrench, whatever craziness you want to use there, and you do it that way. I wish Ford would have gave me, yeah, that's a little better. Crazy how thin that upper control line is. Alright, anyways. We got the twist and twist and twist and twist. You know how that feels. Yeah, whatever. We're not gonna break our heads on that part, are we? No, we are not. So, make sure we get that piston all the way in. And you see how, I know you guys probably can't see it, but you see how it's cambered it out. Well, in a second what you'll see is it not cambered out. Let's watch this. Now we're going to take it, slide it up, kick it all the way back in for the most part. And we need to go a little bit more. All this while studying for ASCs and doing multiple other jobs. The life of a young man that wants to be a mechanic, right? It's sick. This is what I do for fun on a Friday night. I go make more money. And I enjoy this, I'm not gonna lie. I know some people do this for a career and they're like, oh, I freaking hate it. I like doing diagnostics and the repairs, honestly. I mean, I'm getting paid to do it and I already want to tinker with the vehicle, so it's not like it's a big deal to me. So, I'll just keep decompressing it. Man, really makes me want to just freaking put that thing to use. What I learned the other day about it being 17 millimeter on top. Just break the top of this plastic off and make it a fast one and doneer. Once you crank on forward. If I was doing this rapidly, I'd go pick up another ratcheting one. I had a nice $70 ratcheting one on airplane. I had to make sure it's an airplane or if it was someone with a car. I got my son in the car, so just want to make sure. All right, we got all the pistons compressed. That's good. Next up, we'll take our caliper. You know, make sure we obviously don't jack it up. By jack it up, I mean we don't want to twist it all up. Push our slide pin in. And that's your slide pin. You get that one lined up. There's one at the bottom. You pop that one in as well. Come back to the top. You go like that. Push that one in. Then once you get it there, you can take your bolts. I'll slide this one up. Get it into position. Use that one to hold it up for a sec. Slide this one into position. And we're pretty much done with this one now. And these slide pins felt like butter. This one looks, I didn't really see any need to grease these ones. They were still pretty greasy. Once you get enough pressure, that backing plate, I believe it takes like a 21 or a 19, but you can hold it with your fingers, and once it gets tight, it'll hold against the caliper itself, so you won't have to sit there and fight it no more. Get it nice and tight. It pulls it to the bolt. There we go. All right, that one's all done up. Now, what we'll do is move this out the way. Get this all nice and ready. There we go. Tire's ready. Make sure we somewhat know where our end bolts are. Can't really see right now that good. All right. Straighten it up from the bottom. There we go. Sorry about that. Lug nut. I'm getting over being sick, so my ears are all messed up, so I apologize. I can't hear the best right now. We'll use this to drive the bottom in. Typically I do a star pattern, but I'm at that sleepy stage. And you want to do a star pattern because it helps keeping parts from getting warped while compressing it. That's why we do it. And it evenly distributes. It also evenly distributes the pressure pulling it in, so you get a real good true tightness, as I like to say. But it's also because you don't want to warp stuff. And that side's done. Now we got one. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and knock this out and then head back to the house. Peace.